everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Hugo.
We're sell quick, ship quick, part-time resellers.
Full-time hustlers.
And we have a What Sold Wednesday. We're a little behind, but this is February 10th to the 23rd. So 2 weeks worth of sales for us.
Yeah, 2 weeks worth, so keep that in mind. But we're not gonna go through every single item because we don't have that time. You don't have that time.
We wanted to highlight our top 10 sales across eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Tradesy. So these sales have not an average sales price. They all are over $60 sold each.
So in other words, great items to keep an eye out for, you know, especially if you want to sometimes pay up a little bit for them. Knowing that they can sell for 60 plus might make you say, okay, I'll pay, you know, 12 bucks for this or whatnot.
So to get started, our first, oh no, sorry, I was gonna say our top 2 sales were picked by this guy, but almost. So our number 1 highest sold in the last 2 weeks, dun 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 dun.
So keep in mind these prices include shipping in it, but this is the Lego Creator set. Specifically, this is the Lego Creator Big Ben, you know, like London. And it sold for $308.15, and that's the grand total with shipping. Now, cool part about this, it cost, I believe, $23 to ship. Thank you, FedEx. And it took 8 days to sell. And again, keeping in mind about the whole paying up sometimes, I was a little unsure about picking it up because it was, I think, 30 bucks.
I also got a phone call.
Yeah, because I was like, let me double check this, because if you say okay, I'm okay, then we're all on board. And yeah, so I paid up for it.
I also want to add, this is a 4,000 piece set.
Over 4,000. It's actually over 4,100 piece set. It's a lot of pieces. I did my best to make sure they were all there, mostly. So
as you can see in the photo, for the listing, he also took pictures of the box opened and all the insides were gutted to be shown in the photo.
Yeah, and obviously somebody had built it and then took it apart partially, and that's what I showed. I put on the listing, partially built, and check what you got.
All right, number 2, this was a me find. So I did pay up for this item. I paid $10.
Yeah. The reason we say pay up, because I mean, for the type of item this was, we normally don't pay that much.
Yes. So this was a red silk cardigan, but it was designed by Brunello Cucinelli.
Brunello Cucinelli.
And this was a Tradesy sale, which is our second Tradesy sale ever in the history of us selling on Tradesy. So I was curious as to why this silk cardigan cost so much money retail, because I looked this cardigan up and the retail value of this was over $1,200, as you can see in the photo. So the thing with this brand is the designer only makes his stuff in Italy, and his 700 plus workers all make 20% more than if they were to work for anyone else in the field that they're working in. So he is like the Costco CEO.
Yeah.
But for fashion.
In Italy.
Yeah.
Italia.
Sure.
Benevento.
So that was a cool fun fact.
It was really cool.
And it sold for $263.50, and it took 1 week to sell.
Yeah. And I got thrown off slightly because I'm used to shipping on eBay and everything, but really Tradesy is like any other platform, easy to ship. And then our third highest sale, we've mentioned it, it's even been in our reseller games, and this is a Cricut Expression cutter machine. So Cricut is the brand, Expression is the I believe, the model of that machine. But it sold for $228.43. And that, again, is with shipping. But thankfully, thank you FedEx, shipped for about, I think, $25, $26.
It took 18 days to sell, and that was an eBay sold.
Yeah.
This was an open box, but the inside was, as you can see, brand new. And the actual machine was still wrapped up in the foam, like that thin foam layer, and taped up.
Yeah. So if you guys can see, because it was open and the box does show it was open, I made sure to show everything that was in it in the picture so nobody can say it's missing anything.
All right, fourth sale. This was on eBay. This was a new For Love and Lemons midi lace red dress. This took 9 days to sell, and it sold for $117.39. So this was my first For Love and Lemons find, and it was new with tags. This brand is sold on Revolve, and I actually put this up before Valentine's Day because of the color and the style, but it sold after Valentine's Day.
You know, sometimes people celebrate after, so maybe this was like, oh, let's not do the main day, we'll celebrate after.
Or they just really like the dress.
I guess that's an option too. It's a possibility.
All right, next up, also on eBay. This was Hugo's favorite find that I found.
So I'll make sure to link that video from our haul, but sometimes we like to wear what we find while we talk about what we find, and I really had a great time wearing this one right here. And that's it's the brand new, and it's a bird by Juicy Couture faux for a vest. She's looking at me because I often don't say faux and I say
fox.
Fox.
So this one, Juicy Couture, when we were back in our day, Juicy Couture was a huge brand, which is now being sold at Kohl's. But Bird was their collection of tailored, vintage-inspired fashion. And this Bird line was released in 2009. I don't think they're making that anymore.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah. But this one took 125 days to sell, which is like 4-ish months.
Yeah, I believe this was around Halloween.
And it sold for $104.30.
Yeah, and quick thing about that. So there was some issues with the payment, but we worked with the buyer. We canceled because they used the wrong card, refunded them, and they purchased it for an additional $5 from the original offer because they said thank you for your troubles. So that was nice.
Okay, let's see. This is gonna be our sixth sale, or sixth highest, and this is on eBay. This is from the company Atelier and Repairs. These were the combat trouser cargo pants, and it had patchwork on it. So if you can see in the picture, it looks like regular cargo pants, and then in the crotch, it's got patchwork, and then patchwork around, like, I think the sides of the pants. The tag is kind of unassuming. I just picked it up because the patchwork looked different, but this was a really good pickup. So if you see this brand, pick it up. But it's from, he doesn't call himself a designer, but his name is Maurizio Donati, and his store is in LA, and he used to work for big fashion brands like Armani and Ralph Lauren and Levi's to branch their business and creative sides of the company. But he created this brand because he saw the amount of waste that was growing in the fashion industry, and he wanted to be responsible and upcycle and restore things that were getting tossed out into the landfill. And that's how he came up with this very interesting pair of pants. Yeah, and amongst others.
Yeah, amongst others. If you feel the pants too, it just feels, it felt rugged. I mean, it didn't feel like something delicate, but.
So it took 21 days to sell, and it sold for $94.70.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. We have another eBay sold. This is from LK Bennett. It's a size 8, Alex Geranium button cuff long sleeve dress. It sold for $68.50 and it took 42 days to sell. So this brand, really popular with the princess, or I don't know what she's called, Kate Middleton, the royal family. But she, I see a lot of listings, which you shouldn't use like stock photos or photos from anyone else, but I have seen photos on people's listings where they show her wearing the dress, and those LK Bennett dresses go for 2 to 3 times what we sold it for. So if you happen to find an LK Bennett dress, try to find out if it was worn by Kate Middleton. Maybe don't use the photo.
Yeah, but and don't say she wore it unless you know she wore it in terms of a personal item. Because that's what people say sometimes, like, oh, this was worn by.
Well, yes and no, because then I'll see in the title that Kate Middleton wore whatever. And then in the description, it's like, Kate Middleton wore this style of dress.
Yeah.
But this isn't her personal closet. So that also helps with the sale. So you should look it up to make sure, or to see if she did wear a dress like the one that you're selling. Number 8, we have Suzanne, which is, this one is the Christina Swiss dot ruffle blouse. The second I put this up, we were getting offers on offers on offers on Poshmark.
Yeah, immediately, really. Like, so I think we got more offers than actual likes on it right away. Like, we were getting them right away.
But because we were getting offers so quickly, we knew that we could sell it closer to our asking price, so we would counter and they wouldn't take it. But since I do cross post, Poshmark and Mercari got the listing first, which is why we were getting so many offers there. And then a few days later, when our eBay listing went live, the Suzanne top sold in 7 hours, and it sold for $63.74.
Yeah, that was a happy sale.
And then, fun fact, Morgan Cesalori, I think, is the creator of Suzanne.
Yes.
She started by selling vintage items on eBay.
I like that.
And she created her own selling platform after starting on eBay, because eBay was dated at the time, so this was maybe at least 10 years ago or so. So she created a platform and she called it Le Composantes, so Composante.
Le Composante.
But this platform, she would curate vintage items, and it would be like a, what am I trying to say? Like, oh, a limited release. So, a limited release, and it was like 100 items that she would curate. They would sell out, so she created a demand. From that, she created enough capital to launch Suzanne, and Suzanne launched in 2013. So if you look at that close-up of the tag, remember it.
Remember. And also, keep in mind some of these facts. If you follow us on social media, in other words, Instagram, you might want to know this information for, I don't know, maybe Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
No reason.
All right, number 9.
Number 9. So here we got a new pair of Paige Manhattan bootcut maternity jeans. They sold for $63 and they sold in 1 week. Now, something to take in consideration.
Where did they sell?
Oh, on Poshmark. They sold on Poshmark. But something to take in consideration is these are maternity jeans. So what do you call them? That premium denim. Is it premium denim? Yeah, so premium denim maternity jeans do well. Just always, like always, look up your comps.
Yeah, so I've actually had really good luck with Paige maternity jeans and J brand. So the J brand ones, I believe, are called the Mama jeans. And if you've sold maternity clothing in the past or currently sell them, majority of maternity jeans have that elastic cover, like the elastic waist that goes over your belly. From my experience, the premium denim, like Paige and J brand, they have what you can see in the picture is just like a patch.
Sections.
Yes, like 2 sections of elastic right by the front part of your hip instead of having the full belly cover.
Yeah, so in other words, it's gonna allow you to stretch right there and you'll still be comfy. Yeah,
yes.
Assuming if I was
pregnant. All right, and then our last $60 sale. This one is the Patagonia Snap Tee Tulle Fleece Sweater, and it took 1 week to sell, and it sold for $60 on Poshmark.
Yeah. So down to the last one, 60 plus, which is a great range for us. I mean, not all our items sold at that, but these are definitely some of the higher price ones that make us want more of them.
Yeah, I almost kept the Patagonia, but I knew it was gonna sell for 60, so I gave it up.
I mean, we get cold in LA, but you know, it's easier to give up winter wear in LA. Yeah.
So in the last 2 weeks, our grand total was $4,142.39. The majority was on eBay. Our eBay sales were $3,076. Poshmark coming in number 2 at $805, and then Mercari was $261. Oh, and then Tradesy was the Brunello.
One, but I mean, the really nice one. So technically our numbers are a little bit more than this.
Okay, so our total was 4,400 something. Yeah.
We forgot about that lovely Tradesy. And that's because we normally sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari. That Tradesy sale was a great sale.
Threw us for a loop.
Yeah, it did. Because we were like, wait, we get it off the other platforms, quick.
Yep. All right, so thank you for joining us. If you've watched us all the way through, listening to us ramble, I hope the close-ups of some of the labels
are helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard. Some labels are unassuming, some labels are glam. You never know. I mean, you do your best to look up a lot of the labels.
Mm-hmm. So if you like this kind of content, give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. And we will catch you guys on our next video. And hope you have a wonderful day, week, month.
All the goods. Oh, and don't forget, maybe find us on Instagram on Fridays. We'll have fun.